Hey folks, when I woke up in the morning and wanted to go to work, I found this in front of my door. Well, not exactly this, but a package. So what I did was, because I was already late for work, I took it with me to work, and there I opened the package and found another package, namely this one, in there. And what I found out is that it was a package from Potti 314. And that it contained, or that it claims to contain, the BASI lock which I sent to him. And what he did was to modify it to make it a challenge lock, because the BASI was a very poor lock, and he helped the BASI lock to grow stronger. So after my colleagues made fun and thought that there were probably drugs in there, well, not really, but they just made fun, I stuffed it in my bag again, took it home and unpacked it here, and here we are. By the way, if you haven't seen this, I think this is Tiger Enter, which is I think it's a comic. And this is probably a reaction to all of my pony pictures, my little pony pictures I sent with my package to Potti. What he also included is this sheet saying unsere Adressen, meaning our addresses. I don't know why he sent this with the package, because I know his address, he knows my address, so I don't know, it just contains our postal addresses. Yeah. And what he sent to me also was this package saying, you don't need that. Well, what this is, this again, this is the Tiger Ente, by the way. What it contained was this little, don't know what this is, nylon bag, and what Potti did to it was to make a hole inside, put this lock here, and just lock this bag. So what I think this contains are the locks to this package, and I'm going to spoil something. I already opened that lock, because I want to make sure that before we open this bag there is nothing in there which could identify his place, so that he didn't put his real name or his address in there too, which would be great to have on video. So we are going to pick this lock here and then see what we will find inside. So by the way, this is an ABUS 8540, and I already mentioned it, I've picked it, and I have to say it picks not like most ABUSes I've encountered. It picks kinda odd, because most ABUSes just have one pin, which is a standard, and when you press it, you get a false set immediately, and then you have to just pick all the spools. But not so with this lock. You have to find the binding pin, which is pin 4 in this case. By the way, this should be a 5-pinner. And now we don't have a false set yet. I've set pin 1 and 2, and we have something like a false set, but it's not really deep. So on pin 3, we set something again. Pin 2, now we have a good false set. So what should remain is pin 5. And now we had our false set lost, but pin 2 was the pin keeping us away because it had reset. And here we've got an open. So let's have a look inside what we will find here. By the way, the mess the background. Focus, focus, no focus. Okay, but the mess in the background is from a lock I modified, and this lock is one of those that Potti sent to me in the last video, which I picked and also modified. It's my first challenge lock, and I initially wanted to put the video up right about this time, but then I received this package, so I decided, well, I think I will send this lock to Potti before I put up my video on how I made this, so that he doesn't know what's inside, because I'm a mean person. And after he picked it and put the video online, I will put my video online so that I don't spoil his experience. Now, back for what we've got here. Here is the BASI. Let's open this. Let's see what we find here. By the way, I think we can open this probably, well, maybe afterwards. And it says there, modified by Potti 314, May 26, 2016, the BASI monster. So what he did, he modified that poor little BASI to be a monster. The key works, it turns beautifully. Removing and inserting is not exactly smooth, but it doesn't have to be. If you have seen his video, he did a video on how he made this key and this lock, so I kinda know what's inside. And we are going to pick this lock now, hopefully. Whoops. Let's crank this thing up. And we are going to use this is then a tension wrench, and we're going to use a deep hook, because Potti is a mean person, not like me. I didn't put any pins here, which is another spoiler that would require something deep like that. But Potti is mean, so we probably have to use this hook. And we are going and try to pick this lock. Well, let's see how this goes. Probably refocusing the camera would be a good idea. So let's start. Pin 1. We have set him, I think. Pin 2. We've set pin 2. Let's see what we've got next. Pin 3, I think. Pin 4. Something feels off. And we've got an open. So I think he did a good job on modifying this lock. The pin I picked previously was pin 5 and the last pin I picked was pin 4. So let's see what he did to this lock. I'm kind of surprised that it picked kind of fast, because I know what modifications he did to it, and I think he did a great job. So let's find out. He did put a clip on this, which we have to remove. How do we remove this? I think we will clamp this up this way, and we will have it easier to remove all of that. Whoop. So let's see. We can turn this core any position we want, because we have a key, a working key. if I did not completely break this thing. So let's open this. God. Potti, no, what did you do to it? How do I open this? Okay, we are getting somewhere. And remove this clip. And now we will have to use the key because I resetted it. And I've got the correct plug follower here. We don't have the correct plug holder here. I think it kind of gets to be a running gag. I'll never have the correct plug holder here, so let's use the key. Oops. Maybe we should refocus so that you see the thing. So how can we, let's not screw things up too badly. I think this might work. Okay. So here we have our core. And we're going to dump stuff there. Whoa. Okay, pin 5. Pin 4. Pin 3. Pin 2. Pin 1. Okay, so now let's have a look at the key pins first. So what we have here, pin 5 is beautiful, is a rated pin. Pin 4 is also a rated pin. Pin 3 is a pin, let's call it a pin. If you haven't seen his video, I just remembered that he had to use some pin he had to file down so that it just fits inside the core because all his other pins were too fat or too short. For pin 2 he has another serrated pin, and pin 1 seems to be a standard pin, I think. Yeah. So that's for the key pins. Let's have a look at the plug. Here we can see that he has that he made serrations onto pin and the chamber 2, 4 and 5. So now for the plug. Okay, now we need another gadget which I always kinda put somewhere and then don't remember where it was, which would be my tweezers. Let's see if we can make this nicely. Okay, here's pin 1 and he is barely coming out of his place, which is a standard. Pin 2 is a spool, but with heavier spring. Pin 3, I don't know if you can see this, but pin 3 is not really getting out of his hole. So he just needed the slightest push, and I don't know if I can even put him out here. So I probably would have inserted a stronger spring for this. But I think what Potti probably wanted to do was to make this a trap for oversetting. And I just can't manage to get this pin out, so I put him out last. And here I've got pin 4, which is, oops, I think it would be best to just show you the pins afterwards, which is a serrated pin. And this one had a really strong spring. Another spool, a short spool, pretty short spool. Interesting. Okay, now for the third pin, I will just, oops, rotate the lock, and it's a standard pin. Okay. Okay, if you have a look inside the housing, you can see that he used his screw making thing, for which I just forgot the name, to make serrations into chamber 1 and 3. And if you haven't seen his video, what he did was that he removed the caps on the bottom and then just screwed the thing up there. And regarding the springs, he used different springs, and I will probably, maybe I can dump them, not really, but if you have a look inside, so let's just have a look inside. He used different springs, so the first one is very deep inside, but it's there. You can see, whoop, it's there. I just inserted a key pin, but doesn't matter. See, spring there. And springs, other springs you can see sticking out. So that's the lock. And I think his modifications were very nice. But for some reason, this picked pretty fast, and I will probably never be able to pick it again. But that was nice. And there's one thing remaining. We will open this package and see. Okay, it really are the keys for the Zabers. Yep, it works. I still don't know why it picks so oddly, but there you have it. I think you enjoyed it. Potti, thank you very much for your luck, and we'll send you my challenge log, and I won't put the video up before you received it and put a video on about picking it. Well, thanks, hope you enjoyed it, keep it legal, see you around and have fun.